In the last video, I found out what the best left-handed gauntlet is for Souls RNG by using maths. So in this video, I'm going to be testing both the Polite core and the Darkshader in an AFK test to prove with my luck which one is better. And yeah, my main account will be using the Polite core because I'm kind of forced to cut the roles leaderboard. And my alt account will be using the Darkshader, which in the last video I found out is quite a lot better. But who knows, it might be different in this AFK test because it's my luck. But right before we do get into the AFK test, I do want to ask you guys to please subscribe. As once we reach 20,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away 20 VIP plus game pass to lucky subscribers at comments. Comment Cyber 20k in the comment section. And once we reach 20k, I'll pick 20 comments, add them on Roblox and give them the game pass. And sadly, only 10% of you guys are subscribed. Really sad. I do put a lot of effort into my content, and if you guys subscribe, it would mean a lot. I'd be able to push out higher quality videos and more of them. So yeah, I'll probably be doing it like the Neuralizer and Starshaper AFK. Both accounts got Neuralizer, and my alt account could have actually had Grandmaster in that AFK. I mean, it's 10%, it's not a lot, but still kind of annoying. But I will be keeping a score where every single time I get 1 million plus, the score of each gauntlet goes up by 1. It doesn't change for 10 million pluses, but if we get a lot more 10 million pluses on one account, I might try to change it. But anyway, let's just use our boost. So basically just disable our buffs, and let's use the same amount we have in the past. So pretty much we'll be using Santa Claus potions. Now sadly we can only use 47 on both accounts. It will slightly, well, mess up the AFK the last, I don't know, 2 hours, but it's good enough. We'll use 47 on both accounts. 60 rages, 60 zombies, 120 haste, not 1200, 600 speeds, 600 luckies, and that's pretty much it. It's now time to bring my accounts onto the AFK mountain and get everything set up. The thing is, I'll probably make another just best left-handed gauntlet video soon, maybe another AFK, because of the fact that 12 hours after I posted that initial video of the maths, devs decided to just do the Polite core a little bit of a favor by bringing it back to 500% look, not the roll buffs anymore. But yeah, the looks better at least. Of what I've done in the math so far, I won't tell you guys yet. Polite core is better up until a certain point. So this account's starting at 48,675,161. Now that's really close to 50 million. Time for the second account. And yeah, this thing has actually been using Darkshader for a couple of days now, because I did decide to kind of use that because of the fact I'm not on the leaderboard and it's just better. But because of the fact we're using so many boosts, my main account has a high chance of missing out on a lot of luck. It's nothing like Starshaper and the Neuralizer, where it was like 150%, which meant it wasn't actually that much. But with two different types of gauntlets, it's going to be very different. So Darkshader starting at 23,406,391. So now it's time to get my dual account setup ready. There we go. We got 2 accounts fully set up to AFK. Now the only thing ready to do is to just start this. So let's enable our buffs, which we're not doing very well, and enable the auto roll. Make sure we're all rolling. This account's rolling. This account's rolling. So now the last thing to do is to just see you guys in 10 hours. Yeah, this is going to be a long time. We only have like 7 hours and 15 minutes of Santa Potion, but that's too bad. And yeah, really the last thing I can do is to just wait. So hopefully the next 10 hours does well. And now it has finally been 10 hours again. So we have finished the AFK, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel like all these gauntlets is a lot better than the other, just because of the fact that it has a lot more luck spikes. So let's see how many rolls both accounts have. We didn't finish exactly at the 10-hour mark, but it's pretty close. But we do have 48,788,613 rolls, and the Darkshader or the alt account has 23,495,307. So definitely less on the alt account. The main account with the pole light core just rolls more, which is just better. Turn on the auto roll again. All I know is that the Darkshader definitely has more of all of these boosts. You know what? Let's really quickly do the conversions. Now this also will be kind of inaccurate because the Santa potion only really lasted for like about 4/5 of the AFK. I'm not even sure if I used any fortune ones. I think I forgot them, but it's only 50%, so it doesn't really matter. So out of 103,452 rolls total the pole light core, we got 1,886,188, and the Darkshader at 88,916 rolls got 2,002,610.61. So let's check out these inventories, starting with the pole light core, which probably sucks. All the flashing is due. 1 arcane, 1 cosmos, 1 gravitational, Poseidon, 2 flames, 3 galaxies, a Hades, and Anubis. Wow, not even a 10 million plus. This gauntlet sucks. It might be because I didn't have Santa Claus or Fortune. I'm not even sure if I did or not. Honestly, this was a really bad AFK. I don't know what's gone wrong with my luck. Let's check Darkshader. 4 arcanes, 5 astrals, 3 cosmos, 2 unbounds, a savior, 3 Poseidons, a star scourge, and a hurricane. 2 10 million pluses on here, which could have actually been 1 million pluses. Honestly, I'm not sure where my luck went today. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, never mind what I said, guys. Wait. Wait. Never mind what I said. Never mind what I said, guys. Guys, never mind what I said. I thought that this was a dead AFK, but then I looked at where but then I found where my luck went. Okay, well, you guys get to see that. I'd rather leave the cutscene to just editing, but yeah, that's all I can say. First 1 billion plus across any of my accounts, just because I used the Darkshader for an AFK on my alt account. If I could quit on my main account, or at least do this, I would. But sadly, the extra, like, I don't know, 14,000 rolls I get with the pole light core is kind of, well, limiting. So I guess I stay cooked. So I might as well just get down to spawn, because this is insane. We actually got that on camera as well. And did I read this out? The Darkshader, of course, got like 90,000 more luck, and I can tell by the 1 billion plus in my inventory. But anyway, let's get up to popping a potion of bound for no reason, just because we might as well, because it's the end of an AFK that we're trying to compare stuff. And I have no idea why my FPS is so bad right now. It's probably because, well, look, that's all I can say. And sadly, that cutscene was probably in low FPS. So let's get to the best roll of both the pole light core and the Darkshader, and get to popping. We're ready. Put on a single potion of bound, both accounts. First of all, the alt account, which will probably never have luck again. Yeah, I kind of should have expected that. And now the main account, which is cooked by design. Literally got something that's nearly twice better. I'm not even sure if I should equip it, guys. I'm stunned. Never thought that one of these accounts, even though this one has 2 of the rarest around the game that I can get, would do this. I don't know why my FPS sucks. Probably because I have to delete that account from existence because it sucks. There we go. I mean, now I can't move, which is great. But let's just end off the video. That's all I can say. We'll just end it off with this aura equipped, because I think it's still rarer than the Luminosity. All I can say is Darkshader is better. If you aren't on the leaderboard, then use this thing, I beg you. And even when the buff comes out, I'd say still use this thing if you're using like 5 billion buffs at once, because it's better. Please, that's all I can say. So please like, subscribe if you got the Darkshader and you got that, and your alt account did something for once. And well, goodbye.